in the face of rapidly escalating threats. We are off track and off target when it comes to fulfilling critical parameters on many indicators of action and delivery. Despite increased awareness and efforts, global greenhouse gas emissions are still on the rise. Pollution patterns are veering in an alarming direction, and biodiversity is confronted with multifaceted and escalating threats, along with the risk of an accelerating rate of loss.
At the same time, President Ruto urged the global community to support Africa's position that the Secretariat of the Treaty be headquartered at UNEP. He explained that the current global environmental governance remains fragmented despite the historic agreement at the Rio +20 conference, which calls for the consolidation of UNEP headquarters functions in Nairobi.
At the same time, the adoption of the coming Montreal Global Diversity Framework was pivotal in defining the actions that must be taken under and within this decade in order to curb biodiversity loss by 2030 and set the planet on a path of restoration and recovery. I welcome the progress being made in the ongoing negotiations for a legally binding global agreement aimed at ending plastic pollution.
Present during the meeting were presidents from Somalia, Botswana, Djibouti, and Gabon, vice presidents from Zimbabwe and Libya, and prime ministers from Ethiopia, Burundi, Eswatini, and Rwanda. Alice Diana, Hope TV Newswatch.
Thank you so much, Alice Diana, for that report. And moving on to matters parenting, parents and caregivers in Manguo sublocation in outskirts of Nyahururu town have been trained and sensitized on child rights by the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights, KNCHR. According to the Commission Central Region Officer Coordinator Ruth Getobai, this has been necessitated by the increased cases of child abuse and neglect in the informal settlement. On her side, Nyahururu Sub-County Children's Officer Gladys Langat said primary responsibility for a parent is in taking care of children, pointing out that children who belong to the families where they are well taken care of transition to becoming better and responsible adults in the future. The area sub-chief Joseph Shege has warned enablers and abusers of the children that they would be arrested and arraigned. He called on residents to always report any incidences regarding child abuse or neglect.
There have been cases where we see rights of children are not really taken care of, and the main problem stems from the family level. So we wanted to reach out to parents and engage them to empower them with the knowledge on the rights of the children and what are their responsibilities as parents, what is required of them. Because we have cases of child neglect, we have cases where parents are not cooperating with the duty bearers, especially in schools, where they're not giving the requisite documentation for their children.
And this is one area that has, we've witnessed many cases of child neglect. From January to now, I can say we've handled like 11 cases. Those are too many in one area, especially of child neglect, issues of parents just leaving children on their own, they are not going to school. We've handled them at different cases, referrals from the chief, from the community volunteers, even from the police station, and us as the children's office taking the cases to the police station. And we thought that it would be wise that we come, sensitize them so that they know, because many people don't know about issues of rights of children and also their responsibility.
Kila mtu achukue jukumu ya mtoto wake. Mtu akiwa na information yoyote kuhusu mtoto, hakikisha hiyo information haijafunikwa na majirani ama mtu yeyote ambaye ako na information. Kwa sababu kama wewe uko na information kuhusu mtoto yeyote ambaye anadhulumiwa, utachukuliwa hatua kali na lawama itakuwa juu yako.
And now moving on to matters education, the Minister of Education is implementing proactive measures to enhance the quality education through the introduction of new strategies in the competence-based curriculum CBC. Edward Mokua, a representative from the Studies of Maisha Trust, has unveiled groundbreaking initiatives introduced in education assessment. The program is designed to nurture the diverse talent, skills, and academic competences of students, ensuring all-round growth and development, as Kate and Diego reports.
The Gifted and Talented program, along with innovative approaches in education assessment, summarize the strategic path taken by the Studies za Maisha Trust to promote quality education across the country. Edward Mukua, a coordinator of the trust, provided valuable insights into its implementation and the significant benefit it offers to students at every educational level.
We wanted to come up with an organization that would address those issues of skills, values, and then helping especially the young people. So that's how Studies za Maisha was born, and we've been focusing on life skills programs, focusing on peace education. Now we're into areas of gifted and talented education and assessment. And my job is just being a coordinator of all the programs we run, and I've been there for the last 17 years. Yes, it's been a long time. Yes, so I'm happy to be here, and I want to see how much I can share with the audience that probably will get something out of what we do as an organization. If they get spoiled, you can repair them. So we started a workshop in Thika, and all the machines which were being repaired, he was the one repairing them all. Right now, he's doing so well. And guess what? He just had only A in maths, but the rest is. That's the kind of information that we have when we talk about these young people.
Kua further explained the accuracy of the evidence-based assessments and how well they accommodate diverse learning styles and abilities among different students.
In these ways of assessing, if we say that 70% of the work we've done on you, we are sure that you're going to be an artist. The rest, we leave it to God to deal with that. And so, anyway, the gap we are solving right now with this idea of innovation in assessment is that of 60%, which takes place in the classroom setting, that NEC is not able to capture. So that's what we are capturing, and we are capturing it from the classroom and even at home, which means by the time you look at this child for the entire year, academic year, you're able to put together something to present who this child is. Apart from the exams or assessment they do, but there are these practical things they do that we don't have evidence to see they did it. We just see something written down that they did it. Yeah. So in assessment, we are saying let assessment be thorough, and it's supposed to be evidence-based. So we can attach with the performance of maybe the academic achievement. Without that, then it's incomplete assessment.
He reassured parents on the positive role of technology in fostering creativity and enhancing life skills among students, which is achieved through digitization and collaborative brainstorming.
I think as a country, we have an opportunity to look at what the curriculum is saying, and then try to use even the private sector and government coming together, develop content that promotes what you're talking about, promoting the 21st skills of creativity and innovation through technology. Because I can sit down in a classroom without even a teacher being there, and I can learn using technology. And that's why we say in CBC, a teacher should not be standing at the blackboard. You call it a blackboard or the white wall or whatever you may call that. We want to see a teacher who facilitates learning. I come to the group of kids who are here, I see what they're learning, I see how they're engaging each other, and that's what, when you talk about that, you talk about collaboration.
These innovations are expected to take the education sector to the next level and provide students with the strategies they require to enhance their learning experience. Reporting for Hope TV Newswatch, my name is Kate and Diego.
Thank you so much, Kate and Diego, for that report. And that report from Kate and Diego takes us to a short commercial break. We'll get back with more details and more items in our news bulletin. Don't touch the dial.
Aya, I'm not go TV stream. It's free.
Go TV stream iko mkononi na ni free. Download GoTV Stream app for free. Enjoy live TV na shows kamia nane. Download and watch later, anytime, anywhere. GoTV Stream iko mkononi na ni free. Available to active subscribers. GoTV, love it.
Na ibada yangu nakupa wewe Bwana.
To get Wewe ni Mungu by Nelius Wanjiru as your Skiza tune, SMS the word Skiza 88300028 and send to 811. Hope Skiza, spreading the hope.
Umepigana vita zangu, nakupa ibada ya moyo wangu usiku wa leo.
Panda tukupandishe on Go Entertainment this new year on GoTV bila kulipia extra. Kama uko on GoTV Lite, lipia GoTV Value, utapata kufurahia GoTV Plus. Tayari on GoTV Value, then lipia GoTV Plus uenjoy GoTV Max. Kama wewe ni wa GoTV Plus, lipia GoTV Max ujinice na shows noma kabisa on GoTV Super. Furahia the best sports, international shows na local shows una like free. Download GoTV Stream. GoTV, love it.
Thank you for choosing Hope TV, the channel that brings you hope, entertainment, and inspiration. We value you and would like to serve you better. Talk to us by scanning this QR code on your screen or go to our social media page at Hope TV Kenya and click on the survey link by the name Hope TV Survey. It will just take a few minutes but means the world to us. We value your feedback. Hope TV, look and live.
Welcome back to the second session of our News Watch tonight, and thank you so much for tuning in and keeping it here. We value you so much. Moving on to other news, religious leaders from Baringo, Nakuru, Bomet, Kericho, Samburu and Narok counties have raised concern over the increased incidents of insecurity in Rift Valley and called on government to deploy stronger measures to curb the insecurity incidences. Led by National Council of Churches in Kenya, NCCK South Rift Region Chairman, retired Reverend Ernest Ngeno, the religious leaders urged the government to take stern actions against politicians and individuals having hand in violence, either directly or indirectly. Ngeno urged the Interior Ministry to strengthen community policing, revamp and empower peace committees structured to promote peace and cohesion. The leaders have further called on the government to address the high cost of living, accelerate the delivery of quality services, and end corruption in the country. This as they condole with the family of member of Samburu County Assembly, late Paul Leshimpiro, who died after he was allegedly shot in a banditry attack.
Mambo ambayo tumeyaona kama region ni ya kwanza kabisa ni hali ya ukosefu wa usalama katika maeneo yetu, na tumetoa wito kuhusiana na yale tunayoyashuhudia katika kaunti ya Baringo na Samburu, kwamba kuna haja ya kusimamisha na kuondoa jambo hilo ambalo tunaita ni ya bandits, ya watu ambao wanakuja wanaangamiza maisha ya wengine pasipo sababu. Ya kusikitisha ni kwamba kando na kuwa serikali imetuma maafisa kuanzia mwaka uliopita Februari, hatujaona mabadiliko makubwa, kwamba watu bado wanapoteza maisha yao, wizi wa mifugo bado inafanyika, uharibifu wa mali na hata shule inaendelea, ijapo tumekuwa na walinda usalama katika maeneo hayo kwa muda huo. Na hivyo leo hii tunazidi kuhimiza na tukisisitiza mambo haya. Kwanza, tunauliza serikali wachukue hatua ya haraka kwa wote ambao wamehusika ama wanahusika na mambo haya, tukianza na viongozi wa kisiasa, ikiwa wamehusika wachukuliwe hatua kwa haraka.
Hoping that the government will take respective measures to curb insecurity in those areas. And now moving on to focus on other educational matters, the leaders from Thika have proposed area day schools learn in shift in order to avert crowding challenges occasioned by 100% transition. Led by Thika MP Alice Nganga, they proposed that the first group of pupils attend schools from morning till midday, while the second lot comes in from midday till afternoon. According to the MP, this will ensure that all learners are given close supervision by teachers and they have a conducive environment for learning. And this will make them also to perform very well. Speaking during a prize-giving day at Chania Girls Secondary School for exemplary performance in last year's KCSE, Nganga said teachers in the area have also been overwhelmed by the high number of learners. Chania Girls High School Principal Mary Mwangi admitted to the congestion challenges at the school, saying that in the last 3 years, learning in 7 out of 9 Form 1 classes have been taking place under the tents despite challenges of scorching suns and rains.
Ningetaka kusema kwa sababu serikali ilisema ni 100% transition, ndio watoto wetu wasiwe wanakaa nyumbani kwa sababu hawana pahara pa kupeleka watoto kwa sababu zimejaa. Ningesema zile day scholars, day schools, tuwe na shift 2 ya asubuhi na tena ingine wao wanaingia saa 7 mpaka jioni. With this one, hakuna mtoto hata mmoja ata complain ya kwamba hakuweza kusoma vizuri kushinda msongamano ambao tumeona kwa wakati huu. Even the teachers themselves, they are overwhelmed. They are overwhelmed kwa sababu watoto ni wengi. Unaona darasa moja iko na watoto 75 na mwalimu mmoja. Unaona by the time the lesson is ending, angeweza kufikia mtoto mpaka wa mwisho akiwa in terms of guiding them on how to work and how to teach. Hii shule mainly ingekuwa iko na watoto 700, lakini kwa sababu ya 100 transition wako 1600, doubling, they doubled, even more than double. Kwa hivyo hawana infrastructure, hawana madarasa, hawana laboratories, hawana pahali pa watoto pa kulala, so there is a big challenge. Kama CDF tumesema tutawajengea madarasa 3, BOM kuna maneno ambao inafanya na wazazi kuna maneno ambao watafanya, ndio to make sure watoto wetu waweze kutupatia results mzuri. Lazima na pia sisi ambao ni wazazi wao tuwapatie jukumu ya kuwa na conducive environment ya kusoma. Tuko hapa siku ya leo kwa sababu
we have 7 out of the 9 Form 1 classes teaching and learning is taking place under the tents, and then our dorms are really congested. Actually, we have converted 1 classroom into a dormitory, and we also have a makeshift dormitory as we await the completion of now the ongoing second floor of Marsabit Dome, which we believe by the end of this term it shall be complete. Last year was an improvement from 6.9 to 7.4. This year we have a promising class. We are calling them the barrier breakers, and our target is 8.4 plus, and it is possible.
And now we head to Migori County and focus on Matter Health, where a non-government organization in Migori County has partnered with the government and communities to provide community-based health insurance. The health officers providing the health coverage have said that since last year, August, the members of community have embraced and appreciated the move. They have also said this is to boost health sector and see members of community from low class of living have acquired their basic services. On the other hand, they have called upon the national government to introduce such programs to all other counties in the country.
And it's been very effective for the community members compared to any other scheme. Of course, we have the NHIF, which local or common mwananchi pays for 500 shillings compared to the ripple effect that is paid 2,000 for annual. Once they pay 2,000, they're able to cover their people, even if it is not biological. You are able to support an orphan through the insurance. There's also an integration with the government in collaboration, because government also supply drugs. But now when we have a stock out or there are commodities that are missing, maybe the NCDs, drugs. This insurance is able to capture or to give. So the clients are more advantaged compared to any other. So the community is really appreciating, and so many people want to join the community-based insurance.
Thank you very much. Ripple Effect Kenya, we are working with communities where we do our work, and we have introduced a scheme which we call community-based health financing, which is a scheme, a health insurance scheme that is locally based, where farmers are coming together in groups and forming schemes. So a group of 100, they come together because we have trained them on issues around nutrition. We have also trained them on enterprise development, such that they are using their farms as commercially. They are getting some money. They contribute a little money to this scheme, 2,000 shillings per year, but contributed by selling their vegetables or whatever they sell from the farm. So they put this money together in a scheme.
And now we focus to business news, where Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has pledged government support to the Tea Board of Kenya and urged farmers to choose leaders who will fight for their interest. Speaking when he presided over the release of the Tea Industry Performance Report 2023 by the Tea Board of Kenya at Tea House in Nairobi, the DP Gachagua said members associated with the Kenya Tea Development Agency cannot be involved in election for factories, board of directors if they have filed against the agency. Gachagua lauded the re-establishment of the Tea Board of Kenya, saying it has brought sanity to the subsector struggling with many challenges that threaten to bring it down, as Abigail Namude reports.
Speaking during the release of the Tea Industry Performance 2023, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua noted that from the report, Kenya exported 522 million shillings in 2023, which was a significant increase from 450 million Kenyan shillings in 2022, showcasing 16% increase, thus the export shooting up to 180 billion from 138 billion Kenyan shillings in 2022. The good rainfall that was experienced in April and December last year, together with the distribution of subsidized fertilizer to the farmers by the government, increased production in the year 2023.
This was a 31% increase in value of exports. It is the highest since the year 2013. This was a major boost to our economy as the shilling sought stability against major foreign currencies. Although the sales per kilo dropped from $2.62 US to $2.47 US per kilo, the foreign exchange earned cushioned our denominations from a worse off free fall. On the flip side, the high exchange rate of US dollar against the shilling also enabled our over 834,000 farmers earn up to 345.32 Kenya shillings per kilo in the year 2023, as opposed to 306 per kilo in the previous year.
Willie Mutahi from the Tea Board of Kenya gave information breakdown on how the body and the stakeholders have been working hand in hand to achieve and realize the results for the period up to December last year.
Tea supports 6.5 million Kenyans directly and indirectly, and which represent 13% of the Kenyan population. It contributes 2% of the GDP and 4% of the agriculture GDP. The subsector accounts for approximately 21% of the export earning and is the third leading foreign exchange earner for the country after diaspora remittance and tourism. Globally, we are the leading supplier or exporter of Black City, accounting to 24% of the world tea exports. The subsector plays a major role in the infrastructure development within the 21 tea growing counties in Kenya, and underscoring the importance of the subsector in supporting Vision 2030 and the bottom-up economic transformational agenda.
Salim Katul, who was representing the CS for Agriculture, Dr. Mithika Linturi, said that under the president's economic bottom-up agenda, the agricultural sector has improved through the attention from the government to restore it.
Immediately, you and His Excellency the President came into office. You prioritized tea value chain under the bottom-up economic transformation agenda. This has since given it the attention and impetus it requires to attract government and stakeholder support necessary for its revitalization. Your Excellency, under the better, agriculture has been given a critical role of transforming the lives of Kenyans by supporting the pillars on food and nutritional security and enhancing the value of exports.
Reporting for Hope TV Newswatch, I'm Abigail Namude.
Thank you so much, Abigail Namude, for that report. And moving on, Kenya and Colombia are set to sign agreements to facilitate knowledge exchange on coffee farming and research. Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua acknowledged that Colombia is a global top producer of high quality and premium coffee flavors. Gachagua has said two nations are preparing to strike a formula that will facilitate cooperation and make sure that between Kenya's Coffee Research Institute and its equivalent body in Colombia. The Deputy President was speaking when he hosted visiting members of the Colombian National Federation of Coffee Growers and a team working on the Kenya-Colombia Technical Cooperation in Coffee Value Chain. According to Cooperatives Cabinet Secretary Simon Chelogui, the MOUs will touch on collaboration and research mainly in fighting coffee diseases, management of coffee farming process by CRA and the Colombia Coffee Growers Federation.
We have come up with several interventions to assist our farmers since we came into office. We have a program for subsidizing fertilizer to make sure that we bring down the cost of production. Again, we have a very good program of working with our embassies abroad to market our coffee to countries that are already taking our coffee so that we can enlarge the market and we can create markets where there are no markets.
I have felt until now that after your visit to Colombia and the other compromises we agreed, we have been also advancing. And I am very optimistic that we are building a very solid and strong framework to take advantage each other of the best we have. So once again, Deputy President, we are completely open to continue offering our best to try to go together.
The 5-day engagement has been very beneficial to our farmers. You have had very many discussions with our officials, and you also took time to go to the field and see what we are doing. And this collaboration and engagement exposes farmers and other stakeholders to different perspectives, different experiences. And I'm sure that this engagement will culminate into sustainable interventions for our farmers here in Kenya.
Anto Sports New Safaricom has today announced Kenya shillings 2 million cash sponsorship for the 2023 Sports Personality of the Year Award Soya to commemorate 20 years with the theme of Soya at 20 celebrating sporting excellence. The awards to be held tomorrow were incepted by the legendary long-distance runner Paul Tergat with the aim of recognizing the country's top performing sports personalities across all the disciplines. This year's Soya has 13 categories, including the school contest, which makes a return after a one-year hiatus. Reigning East African hockey and volleyball champions, Nyamira girls from Siaya and Kwanzinde from Machakos counties among the contenders. Other categories include Sports Personality of the Year Award, Sports Woman, Man of the Year, Team of the Year, Men and Women, Sports Women, Man Living with Disability, Coach of the Year Award, School Team of the Year, Boy and Girl, among others.
It's a good time. We just received 2 million boost from Safaricom.
And I think it's very important for corporates to come in and support the sports sector. I think what Soya has done for the last 20 years has been amazing in terms of just inspiring athletes and making athletes wanting to do better. And you see a corporate like Safaricom, which came in since inception. I think it sponsored the first time, and then becoming a title sponsor for the next 15 years has been a great ideal. I think for the sportsmen, I think this is a very good avenue in terms of rewardship for them getting rewarded and showing appreciation of their efforts. I think it's a good thing, as you can see, the government as well has come in and following suit from what Soya is doing. You can see now the government is giving out cash rewards for gold medalists, and it's such a good thing to help nurture and build the sportsmen and women in Kenya.
That's all we had lined up for you for Hope TV Newswatch tonight. My name is Nelius Wanjiru, and our sign language interpreter has been Boniface Murithi. Thank you for watching, and thank you for tuning in to Hope TV. And we wish you a lovely night and have a very good night.